What's going on, everybody? So I haven't made too many videos about the farm side of things around here, mainly because it's been cold and it's just not a whole lot of fun to do in the winter. But so we're gonna do a little bit of chores, show you some updates, and I think we're gonna get the fluid done on the tractor today. But this is where our well house used to be, and we removed that. Actually, the well house has been repurposed as a turkey house, so it's over there. But what I had done is we pulled, when I got all this pulled off and everything cut out, the line that used to feed the house, I am using basically the new well to back feed it to give us water out of this. So now we've got outdoor water. When I did that, I was able to basically fix it. This pipe here used to feed the barn, but we don't need water back there anymore. We've already taken all the pipes out of the barn because we're not using water in there for anything, nor was it in good shape. So, but when I fixed a connection for this and put this in, don't mind the little weep hole there. This is not going to be entirely as frost proof as it should be. This is just giving us a spigot. It fixed, well, it didn't fix, but it basically also connected the line to the chicken coop. So, which I've been working on forever, trying to figure out why the water didn't work out here. I just assumed it was attached to the old well. But we have a spigot out here that now works, which I don't have a bucket, or I'd turn it on and show you. But so now we have water back out to the coop, which is super handy, especially in the winter time. Which it's a miracle when they put my septic in out here that they didn't hit that line. Must be deep, but also gotta fix our fence back there. The turkeys got out and in with the ducks. That's okay. And they spilt food everywhere, as usual. Oh, we got ducks in with the turkeys. Look at that. But yeah, it's just a little update on what's going on out here. So it's a pretty big win for me. So I was trucking water from the house, kitchen sink, filling up jugs to bring out here to water the animals. Because our spigot on the front of the house, it blew apart over winter. So we had no outdoor water. So I still got to get that one fixed, but at least we have water in the backyard and we'll have water in the coop. So that's super convenient. Give me a little sink put in there or something. But over here, I think today we're going to change out the hydraulic fluid on the old Ford. It's making a little noise. And the hydraulics are a little jumpy. Transmission sometimes doesn't want to go into some gears, so I got a feeling we're not going to get a lot of fluid out of there. I pulled the dipstick, and I don't know if you can see it on here, but it doesn't look healthy. There's a lot of, it's kind of like brown and watery, so I think it's time. Who knows when the last time it was done was. So yeah, we're going to work on that today. I might try and retune this carburetor a little more. This was one of those Amazon specials, and I just don't think it's gonna work out. It runs, and it runs good, but it just don't run quite right. And I can't get it to dial in quite right either. So I think we're gonna probably try and hunt down a solid condition actual carburetor for it and get that swapped out. But for the time being, this one will get us by so we can get some work done at least. But alright, so laying on the ground looking towards the back of the tractor, obviously here's our rear tires, here's the axle, but that little pipe plug right in there, that's going to be the first one. There are 3 drain plugs on this to drain the hydraulic fluid. We're going to start from the back and pull the little guy, and then we're going to get this bigger one that's over the transmission, Or I was not over the transmission. I think that's just the tank. And then sump. And then up here is the one for the transmission. The one up there is for the engine oil. So don't pull that one unless you're changing the engine oil. Otherwise you will be. Yeah, so there's three total drain plugs you gotta get. It's about 5 gallons. So a 5-gallon tub of fluid should take care of it. But I'm kind of curious to see what comes out. I've got a feeling it's not going to be 5 gallons. So, yeah, let's get these cracked open. I grabbed a slightly smaller one and a good size one. And let's see if we could just get this with a couple of wrenches. Of course, don't forget your rag. Let's move the drain pan out of the way. See if we get that cracked open first. A whole lot of gunk on there. Oh, here we go. Gonna drain right all over my bar there for my plow, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, that is disgusting. Yummy. Looks like we were running off of some liquid rust there. Yeah, it's... yeah. I think it was a little past due. But I'm gonna try and keep it in good shape. This thing, allegedly, unless someone has changed the gauge out, only has 206 hours on it, which would kind of blow my mind for the age. But it is in really good shape. It doesn't even really leak anything. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of buildup on these plugs where it's been seeping, but beyond that, that's about it. Well, we're getting that one, letting that drain out. Let's try and get this other drain plug out. Oh, that was a lot easier. That was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. And then it got tight. Oh. Oh my God. How's that for breakfast? Well, no wonder it didn't want to run right. That looks like a lot of water in there. Probably should do that there. I'm laying there. Yeah, look, there's writing in there. Nasty. Nasty stuff. probably been a good couple decades since that's been cleaned out, if I had to venture to guess. But we'll get her taken care of. Alright, one more plug. Start putting these plugs back in. I don't even know why I'm cleaning my hands off. One more plug to take out. It's just gonna get soaked in more nastiness. Look at that. There's chunks going in there. That one's on pretty good. Nope, still pretty tight. I don't know if we were actually moving it or just slipping. We got a pretty snug fit. Might just be slipping. Oh, 1 inch and 1/16 fits on here. Pretty darn snug. There we go. Now, in a perfect world, all you'd need is a crest wrench. Probably how this thing was intended to be worked on 79 years ago. Yeah. That was less chunky. We'll take that. That should be all of it. We just got to put our plugs back in and fill it up. If I can get it to thread in, it's awful slippery. Yeah, it feels like a winner. Ew. We're gonna call that tight. I don't normally like putting drain plugs back on with an impact, but if you got to, just turn it down, snug it up. For being honest, I think these drain plugs would probably win a fight against the impact. They're awful thick. Just a little more. There we go. All right, let's fill it up. All right, so from what I understand, this is our fill plug right up here by the gear shifter. If I had to bet some money, it takes the same size. Oh, don't get crazy on the impact on that one, kids. She's not threaded. Well, that's good to know. Let's see if we can have a look down in there. And that is why the impact is on low. I don't know if you guys can see anything, but Them gears look in awful good shape. Everything looks in there, looks in pretty good shape. Love it. All right, we're gonna put 5 gallons down the hatch, and yeah, hopefully that should be it. Kind of inconvenient with the steering wheel here, but it does fit with the funnel. This is all shared sump, so even though you got 3 drain plugs, you only got 1 fill. Alright, let's fire it up and see if it's a little happier. That's better. A lot less whiny. Little squeaky. Yeah, we got a little papa going on still. It's a lot better than it was. I think she's running a little on the lean side yet. Yeah. So we're not drifting. I don't think we're drifting nothing. That's how you change your hydraulic fluid in your 8N. Piece of cake. If yours is in better shape than mine, all you need is a crescent wrench. Otherwise, you might need an impact, 2 crescent wrenches, a hammer, and some rags, but it is what it is. That's going to be it for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow along, and we'll catch you on the next one.